There was a question that I failed to copy earlier, but I saw that it was answered in writing by Arnold, so it's here. So I go directly to the next questions. So it seems indeed remarkable to expect such levels of overheating in a northern country like Estonia. Is this related to the apartments being designed with the cooler seasons in mind? Well, Raimo, you are unmuted, I think, so you can answer.
Yes. Thank you for the question. Yes, well, actually is a very new problem for us. So because of the huge change in architectural style, before that, this Soviet era buildings with very, very small windows, and we didn't have this problem. But right now, it's all the architects want to use this big glazing, and yes, I think that they do not know that this problem, or they didn't know that this problem is would be such a big problem for us. And so I think that didn't account this when these buildings right now. So I don't think it's the climatic. They are not like this in different climate in mind, but just they didn't think of this problem. I think the problem right now.
I think sounds very similar to what Susanne showed in her last slides about climate change in Austria and the conditions becoming different. So next question is actually combines the two countries. So are the critical rooms in Estonian and Austrian regulations equivalent in terms of definition and application? At least as far as you understand. I mean, it doesn't mean that you know each other's regulations in detail, perhaps.
Yeah. So we try to answer maybe. I think they should be similar because in Austria it's the room with the highest risk of overheating, and I think it's similar in Estonia.
Yes, basically the same. I think in other view.
Should overheating measures in cities like Vienna also take into account the urban heat island effect? I think you briefly mentioned this in your final slide. So
yes.
Experience in Athens, for example, is that people turn to active cooling, and the result is that they push up the temperature of the whole city.
Yes. We have a similar problem here. In fact, in the city center, we have some areas which are densely built, and we definitely have this this urban heat island effect. It also leads to the situation that people install mechanical cooling systems. So people are installing mechanical cooling systems, and yes, it multiplies the problem. In fact, at the moment, it's not taken into account in the EPC.
Okay, very interesting. And as you speak of EVC, in the EPBD review, the problem of overheating risk is still underestimated or not even considered. Do we need more demonstrations? We see that the problem in Estonia is more and more general, also due to new building construction methods. I think this could be by both.
I would just like to refer to Austria, and Austria is definitely underestimated. So I think we have to do something about it.
I think that the methodology itself, it's not a bad one, and if we could get architects and engineers to actually make these simulations and actually act accordingly, then I don't think it would be such a big problem. But the methodology, yeah, it needs some improvement still.
Oh, very good. I don't see any further questions. I don't know if you would like to comment on something additionally. Arnold, I will also unmute you in case you want to add something to the discussion and to the points that have been raised.
The difference between the simplified approach we have in Belgium and then more detailed approach in Estonia. One of the reasons to have a simplified approach in Belgium is to make it manageable for the design team, for the assessor. So although the results are less detailed, my question is to Remo, who is responsible for performing these calculations? And is there not a problem that you have someone who is capable of doing the calculations for each building project? Certainly for dwellings where you don't typically have a full design team.
Yes, actually a quite big problem. We currently have this energy, how do you say, people who do this energy calculations, and they usually do also these overheating calculations. And yeah, I think that the simplified methodology is, yes, in some aspect better, and we don't have this qualified personnel who can assess these calculations or to overdo this. For example, if you apply for building permit, someone looks over this designs, and they don't have this knowledge how to check these calculations made. Yes, this I would say this is a problem right now also. So the simplified methodology in some cases would be better. Yes, agreed. But the calculations are made correctly, then this also eliminates this problem to some extent, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you very much. If nobody wants to add something, I see that no further questions. So we come to the end of this webinar. I'd like to thank everybody who participated, both on the panel and as attendee, also for your questions. The webinar will be put online in a couple of weeks from now on the QUALICHeCK website. On the 13th of December, Tuesday, we have our next webinar. Susanne, I don't know, would you care to say a few words for this, to announce it to attendees today?
We will talk about our source book on EPBD compliance, and I would just like to refer to the website where you will find the program.
Okay, very good. So, thank you again for participating today, and we hope to see you in our next webinar and events on the 15th of December. If you are in Brussels, we have our workshop on transmission. Then in January, our in Lyon next workshop, and finally in February, our final conference. You'll find all this information on the QUALICHeCK website. So thanks again to everybody, and hopefully we'll keep in touch in the future.